You could use that too.
I don't really care for ketchup.
You're not eating it though.
Well,
all right, never mind. that's for another time. That's for another time. Another show. Another behind a paywall probably, so we don't get in trouble.
I don't think that'll stop it.
But how's it going, everybody? How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? It's been for fucking ever, it seems.
3 weeks, buddy. It's been 3 weeks. I told you it's a long time for interracial, non-interracial sandwiches.
Well, I mean, and we do talk in the group chat, people. Like, we just haven't seen each other on the show in a while. Well, actually, it'd be us with Caucasian Chris because he,
I've got shit to do.
See, shit to do. Hobby horse racing is what he does in his spare time.
Had some big tournaments the last couple of weekends.
And that's why James isn't here, because he fell off his hobby horse. And Chris is mad at him.
He's still on the IR.
Yep. Chris is upset with him because James didn't invite him to this hobby horse meet. And so, Chris is a little happy that
he's on the hobby horse IR. That's what.
Yep. That's what he gets. That's what he deserves. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what the IR is. I don't know what that is.
Injured reserve. He's out for the year. Gotcha. Out for the hobby horse season.
He's out for at least 4 weeks.
Gotcha.
Physically unable to perform list.
No, he's done for the year though, because you got to figure you're out for that time. Then you got to do physical therapy and all that. He's done for the year. And he's old.
Past his prime.
Yeah, way past it.
So he's heading to the glue factory as we speak.
If he was a horse, he would have been.
Yeah.
He spelled Ratatouille.
T.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
ATOUILLE.
I knew it was a fucking weird fucking spelling.
And then GOOFY.
Really though? Really though?
Listen, I don't know. Some people don't know how to spell out there. I'm just trying to help.
Goofy. Maybe you're too embarrassed to ask. Who knows? We don't know.
Yeah, I just being a friend. If it's not for you, it's for someone else out there. You're welcome. Yeah. Don't be embarrassed if you can't read.
I don't think the education level of our viewers is that particularly high.
I will probably still pick on you, but don't be mad that, I'm picking on you.
You can also teach him how to read, though. Him or her.
There's no hope. Everything's going to be pictures and emojis with 10 different meanings. So if you think we got problems communicating now with words that have meanings, imagine a picture that's got fucking 8 different meanings it could mean.
So we're going back to fucking...
and we got to look at exactly with the emojis and shit.
Hey, as long as restaurants have pictures on their menus you can point to, you'll get by.
Yeah, but then you're going to get mixed signals if you're going to get some eggplant at a restaurant and you're pointing at the eggplant like, never mind, man. I don't want.
Don't point at your crotch. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but what if they
look at what symbols are before and what symbols are after to decipher which context of the meaning you're using for the word?
That's true. That is very true.
Rosetta Stone every day.
Rosetta Stone. I would love a copy of that. I'm being dead serious. Sponsor us. Send us some copies.
Yeah.
Spanish would be first, and second would be, I don't know.
Japanese for me.
Oof. Like Mandarin? I was thinking that.
No, I said Japanese.
Oh, Japanese.
Or don't be one of those people. China's like this big on the map. Japan's like this big and 3 little islands on the map. Don't be that guy.
I don't know.
One got bombed the shit out of, the other one we don't fuck with for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spanish should probably be just about everybody's
top choice.
I would think, followed by French.
Oui. To be fluent in it.
Mandarin or Cantonese is probably going to be one of those more widely learned ones, especially within the next 10 to 20 years.
If you want a job as an interpreter, there you go.
Well,
yeah. And it's funny you say that, though, but I've seen it at my job a couple of years ago where someone needed a Spanish interpreter, like someone that spoke fluent Spanish, and there was only one guy on the floor. I'm just
and let me tell you, he did not. He faked it till he made it on that one.
No. He was fluent. There's an older dude named Louis or something like that.
Bro, every job application I've ever had, it says fluent in Spanish.
Let's get the guy with the whitest name to be the Spanish interpreter.
Louis. or Lewis or something. But he's like, hey, yeah. I'll definitely be getting Chris anytime at work. I'm like, oh, Chris, you're fluent, right? Yeah. I got this, man. I got this. All right.
That's Cristobal.
I had to fucking fake it one day while doing a fucking loan application for somebody, and I was sitting there as bro, and then a credit card, like somehow I cross-sold them also on a credit card and something else that day, and they got approved. They went for it. They were happy. I made it work.
Oh, that's hilarious.
My broken ass. Yo, but I think I've told this story before. At the end of the shit, the dude gets up to walk away with his wife. He turns back. You know, your Spanish is bad, but it's not that bad. And then walks out. I'm like, this motherfucker the entire time. You fucking listen to me, let me do. You understand what I can say if I start talking to you in plain fucking American English?
Oh man, that's
I'm
you know he does that for fun.
I'm assuming that was an older couple, probably.
Middle age, probably like in their 40s.
Oh, I'd do that for. I would do that just for fun,
too.
just to fuck with people.
But I mean, no, you know, when they're at that certain age where they're just like, all right, this motherfucker's Spanish and don't know a lick of Spanish, or just knows a handful. Nah, fuck this shit. I speak fluent English and Spanish, but nah, I'm only talking to him in Spanish.
He wasn't fluent in English. You can definitely tell it was broken, but at the same time, it was. Put it this way: his English was better than my Spanish.
Ooh.
So it's like, why the fuck would you sit there through all this shit? I must have been doing something right. He understood it. He kept signing. He kept signing on the dotted lines
but he was probably laughing his ass off in his head.
Yo, Chris, I swear there was a day I wanted to call you because we got a new stove when that got delivered. Because it was the two dudes that delivered it. Their Spanish was so, or no, their English, like their accent was so thick. I was like, "Excuse me, can you please repeat?" I had to ask him mad times. Like, I wish I should have said, "Yo, Chris, I'm not trying to be funny, bro, but I need you as a translator right now."
I would have laughed and be like, "You have a wife, bro. You got a
wife."
She
was at work though.
Okay.
Like, yo, are you free right now, bro? Yeah, what's up? All right, listen.
You know, if there's some type of situation like that, she needs you and you're at work, she's still making that phone call.
Oh, shit.
You know that.
Yeah, but she speaks English and Spanish.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if there's any other situation that she's like, shit, I kind of need his help with, she's still calling you, even knowing that you at work.
At the track.
She's still calling.
Is your wife fluent in Spanish?
Not fluent, but she's
fluent in chancla.
Definitely that.
Chocolate.
She understands more than she speaks.
Okay.
Which I think is a lot with the generations nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much anybody born in the 80s is pretty much on the cusp.
Especially if you were not born in a Spanish place, you were born, say, in like New York, you know what I mean?
I feel like I could get enough out of at least context at this point, other than my 3 or 4 years worth of Spanish classes through high school and college.
Yeah. It's the context for me. It's the body language, and then sometimes the body language is confused. You don't know if she's dancing or mad, depending on how.
Well, I mean, if she's trying to stab you, I would say she's mad.
Oh, I mean, she has
that could be love. That could be love.
Love stab.
Latinos do it for love too.
I don't want to deal with that, man. Like, no.
Bro, I got like a 98 on my fucking Spanish regions. Okay.
Bro, you better have.
Bro. My Spanish is so broken. I was like, really? Like, I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I was like, I'll get maybe a 70, 75. Bust out a 98. I was sweating my balls off for a week waiting to get the results. 98.
But you can probably read and understand it more than what you speak, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Put it like this. My reading level in Spanish is probably somewhere in like the 3rd to 5th grade vicinity, I would say, where I still got to constantly look up words and figure out spellings and figure out what word I'm even reading.
And that's just because you don't constantly read it. Because
I'm just not. Yeah. Well, just because I don't use it. It's just like anything else. Use it. You know what I mean?
Is it easy? Can you still, like, if someone's talking to you, can you still pick up easy though? For the most part?
Absolutely. Yeah. There's very little that'll get past me, especially if I miss it. But then I can pick up on the next piece of the conversation. Okay. I know where it went and probably why it got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can easily be like, "Oh, okay, I got you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a rebuttal is some shit that they're like, oh. Oh.
That's interesting.
He knows. Yeah,
That's
he
interesting.
knows. Yeah, he knows. Always try to be the dumbest person in the room. It's easier.
Yo, my boy
it's easier
Miguel.
that way.
It is.
Shout out to my boy Miguel. When we used to work at Target together, this fool used to just speak Spanish, act like he didn't speak English at all.
Nice.
If he didn't find a deal with
Nice.
people,
Nice.
I would be rolling. Like, yo, you're an asshole. He'd be like, I just don't feel like dealing with people, man. I'm trying to put shit away, get my fucking job done. And the funny thing is, like, he has, because he's from Puerto Rico, so he's from the island, so he has that thick ass accent too. So it's not like he's from the city or whatever. He has that thick ass accent, so he could bolt. I'm like, this is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Oh my gosh! But I guess we should talk about the movies that we're reviewing.
Yeah, we could do that.
Did have a little fun, you know. We didn't see each other as a group in a couple of weeks, so we had to catch up, people.
Shit, I even texted last week, like, yo, what movies are for Saturday? Nobody answered. So I was like, well, I guess there is no show.
Now I answered later on. I
Yeah, it was fucking way later, hours later, when I was like, well, if there was a show, I wasn't going to be able to watch them.
But Ratatouille and a Goofy movie, guys. Ratatouille and a Goofy movie.
Disney week.
Yes, the Disney wheel, and I can't wait to spin the wheel. It's been so long since the wheels have been spun on either freaking show. Horror Story Story, you guys seen what's been going on,
Yep.
And on Popcorn and Pints. Speaking of Horror Story Story, I hope you guys were checking out Sturdolene over on TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. Just saying. But yeah, feels good to be back on Popcorn and Pints, guys. It's been 3 weeks. Took a little 2-week break. And I think we're going to have some more coming up in September. But, yeah. A lot of busy shit going on, man.
Yeah, man. It's a busy month. Fall's a busy time.
It is. It is.
It is fall.
So which one do you guys want to start out with, gentlemen? Chris, you pick. I don't care which Chris.
I was like, wait, which one?
Whatever one comes out with the movie first. Go.
Goofy movie?
There we go.
Okay, boom. We'll start with the Goofy movie.
Of course, privilege wins.
What?
Right, privilege?
White
'Cause
privilege.
you said it first. You just weren't listening. Oh, shit.
Love you, Chris.
Fuck, that's
Right back at you, my Puerto Rican brother.
You're Puerto Rican, bro. You do have a Puerto Rican half brother. I'm starting to think it's Chris.
Two sides of the
I
same
will-
coin.
I will-
His side is just a little dirtier.
I will now allow. Okay, see, I was gonna say I will now allow at least one orale from you, even though I'm not Mexican.
Which one?
Well, being Caucasian, I don't know the difference.
Exactly. That's why I said I will allow one orale.
You gotta teach him. Oh shit! So we're kicking it off with a Goofy movie, and let's get goofy with this movie. And Chris, what do you rate it? No reason.
You know what? I'm gonna go 7.
Okay. What about you, Powerline? Puerto Rican Powerline?
I love this fucking movie, but yeah, I'm right there with Chris. It's always been one of those that's like up there, but not up there. But yeah, 7 seems fair.
Honestly, guys, I gotta bump it up to an 8. I had such a good time with this
Oh.
movie. And I guess we can dive right into it. I'll save our ratings really quick.
I loved this movie when it came out. I remember having the VHS. It came out in 95, which I thought I was younger when this came out. So I was 12, 13, depending on when in the year it came out. Like I was 12 and 13, and I still watched this movie like 5 times when it came out and got the VHS tape and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I don't know what it was like, and it still holds up. This was fun to watch after
Fuck yeah.
not seeing it for 20 years.
I think it's got a lot to do with the relatability of like the characters in the story because of the whole dad and son, but then also the kid being around our age, you know what I mean? Where we're starting to get into girls and we like music or entertainment and doing different things, you know what I mean? I think that's where.
By the way, it helped that Powerline songs were fucking catchy as hell.
Oh fuck yeah, them shits were.
That's one of the things I remembered. Like I didn't remember the music from the movie when we were going to watch this, but I remember I just remember the music being super catchy, and then they started singing the Powerline songs. I'm like, this shit's rocking.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. It brought back memories, and like I remember watching this with my younger cousin Michael, him, and our boy Mark. We used to watch this shit a lot because it was one of his favorite movies growing up. And it was just like, holy shit, this brings back so much fucking memories. Just fucking watching this, laughing as kids when the fucking Bigfoot's dancing to Staying Alive. With the
Oh,
headphones
that
on.
was one of the best scenes in the movie
Oh
when
my
they're trapped
God,
in the
it was-
car because he hooks Bigfoot, and then he's
And it was so
it-
random, like when that shit happened too. And I'm just
they're
like,
trying to heat up the alphabet soup, right? And then you
Yeah.
just see Bigfoot dancing across the back doing the disco move.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what I really enjoyed about this, and what I said this like out loud to myself, I was like, this movie right here is why I fucking still love cartoons, because any silly, crazy, stupid thing can happen. You don't question it. It makes sense because it's a cartoon, and you just have a good time with it. And there's no, oh, but why did it? It's like, no, fuck that. It's a cartoon. Let's just enjoy it for what it is and laugh. And with these movies too, you get the adult humor now. I love that. So you still get the cheesy kiddie humor that you might find funny because you still have that kiddie kind of sense of humor, but you get the adult shit that's also tied into it, and it makes it such a better fucking movie and a funnier fucking movie. And I'm just like, oh my God, Disney, you're disgusting, but also at the same time,
No, that's true. It is.
because it's almost in a sense, in a fucked up way, in a disgusting, dirty way with these movies. It's genius because it's like, okay, look, we know that these children want to come see these movies, and we know we want them to come see them in theaters. This is before Disney Plus, let's say, and blah 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 blah. But we also need the parents to want to kind of see these movies as well. We need to keep something so the parents want to actually be drawn in. So parents are saying, hey, you should go take Susie and Michael and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and Chris and Aaron to go see, and James, bring him in a wheelchair, and go see fucking a goofy movie in Ratatouille.
James is, you know who James is going to be for Halloween? Christopher Reeves. So that's
There we go.
Wow. Before or after? Never mind.
There we go.
James
Again.
is Christopher Reeves after the horse fall.
Again,
That's his Halloween costume.
One fell off a real one fell off a hobby horse. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Their biggest fear James's biggest fear right now is stairs.
That was at least 20 years, right? It's not too soon. We're good.
Yeah, we're fine.
I don't even know, but I apologize.
I used to know some Christopher Reeves joke that had him at the top of a staircase in a fire. I don't remember what it was.
For some reason, my brain always goes to jokes about Christopher Reeves and fucking Sonny Bono. Not Sonny Bono. Is it Sonny Bono? Who's the one that hit the tree?
That was Sonny Bono.
Yeah, him. The ski guy.
Damn. Damn.
And then when I think about the ocean, I think of Steve Irwin.
There's that damn
You know what I mean? Fuck,
stingray.
Yeah, that stingray wasn't even trying. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh shit.
What was an accident?
Fuck, man.
A legend.
Is that? Yeah, it's him, and then he's excommunicated from his whole fucking tribe.
A legend, man. A hero.
I want to see. Oh, now that James really does need to dress up like Christopher Reeves for Halloween now, and just take a picture. That's all we need.
You just dress up as Superman and sit in a wheelchair. Pretty much the same thing.
Have us a horse.
But the one from like Superman 1 or 2, like the old school, blue and the bright ass red cape. You know what I'm talking about. The underwear is on the outside of the pants. Why did they do that?
We got sidetracked real quick, and it's my fault.
We did. All right. You know what? Bringing it back to a goofy movie.
No, but that's one of the things about watching these movies 20, 30 years later after watching them as a kid, because now I'm watching them and picking up on
so much
subtle adult jokes they put in there. And
exactly.
It's an interesting line. Disney did it intentionally because, parents have no interest going to see these movies. They're only bringing their kids probably, but you throw in a couple zingers that kids won't understand, but the adults will get. And now the adults are into the movie and recommending it. It's brilliant marketing.
Exactly. And I mean, you could see why the adults are into the movie, being an adult and watching this movie, but also being lucky enough to being children, being young enough to watch this movie and enjoy it as children as well. So you still kind of get that nostalgic feeling from it. You know what I mean? You still get that nostalgia from it in a sense of, oh shit, I seen this when I was in my mid-teens to early teens, whatever the case may be. And this shit is fucking wild. Like I still see the stuff that made me laugh as a kid. I still chuckle at, but now the adult shit, you're understanding Goofy. You're understanding Goofy in this fucking movie. Like, holy shit, I was an unappreciative fucking asshole at that age. Holy
Oh
fuck.
yeah, no teenager wants to go on vacation with their parents. Well, most teenagers don't at that
To an
point.
extent, yeah, but I get what you're saying with that. And I mean, of course, if it's going to chill with whoever you're attracted to at a cool ass concert and all this other stuff that you're hyping it up to be, you're definitely gonna want to do whatever or concert, whatever you're into. You're definitely going to do that more than going to hang out with mom and dad or whoever camping or whatever the fuck you're doing for the weekend.
I did notice, not even until close towards to the end, like there's no mention of a mom.
No, they're not.
Never.
That's weird because I don't think Goofy's ever had a female with him, right?
We've never
Like in Disney.
I don't know.
Disney?
I'd have to Google to see if there was any kind of female Goofy.
That's a good question.
So is Goofy actually a woman?
He calls him dad.
Shut up. Way to fuck it up, man. We're supposed to make it spicy here for the podcast.
I feel like people have known Goofy for years and they know that he's a father if they watch this awesome movie, by the way. Fatherhood. Single dad.
Apparently,
Single dads.
well, this also shows
Let's
you that
clap
at
it up
one
for
point,
single dads, guys. Come on. He's a great father. He's a great father figure.
Goofy got it on with somebody at some point.
At least once.
Doggy style.
He will go doggy style because he's
took it to the dog pound. You know what I'm saying?
Was he barking when he finished or did he howl?
He howled probably.
Yeah, howl, baby.
I see Goofy howling.
Did they both howl?
He left 2 teeth marks in places.
Oh shit! Nice.
We just got to find a female dog with those teeth marks. And
wow, we're still talking about a Goofy movie though.
I love Pauly Shore in this movie, man.
I was just gonna say I totally forgot he voiced that guy, and he was all into Cheese Whiz.
Yo, you know what's funny too is like he's one of those actors / comedians, whatever the fuck he was back in the day, that's like stuck in that era. But this movie is so good, and they do his character so well, and he's not in it too much to where you're like, yo, this is still fucking funny. I see why it was funny then. It's still funny to me now. And I appreciate that they didn't overdo it with this shit. Because back in the day with his type of comedy, he used to be in a lot of shit back in the day, which I'm sure if we go back and watch it, nowadays like, they did way too much of this shit, but I get why they did it because that's what's popular.
I think he's underrated, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I love Pauly Shore.
I think he's had his ups and downs. Yeah, depending on
the Army movie.
In the Army Now is the one that I got into as a kid.
I'm with you on that Source from a Bar. It's probably up and down for me if I go over some of his stuff because this would be an up for me. But again, he's not in it too much.
I was just trying to think. I don't think we've watched him in anything for the podcast.
Not that I can think of.
Interesting.
Hey, do you have a TikTok, Chris?
I created an account, but I don't think I've ever used it.
Gotcha.
Listen, we should I'm gonna figure out.
I'm just trying to tag you in the post that I'm making right now.
I'm gonna figure out the logins and shit. But for Chris, and James, I'm gonna give you guys all the logins and stuff for the Popcorn and Pints ones, and we can all just use that one.
Yeah, James is at Christopher Reeves wheelchair.
Nice. I mean, that should make things easy for everybody to do little fucking
things for Popcorn and Pints.
Random posts for PMP.
Mm-hmm.
Should make.
Don't even gotta do anything special. Just I'm watching blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, watching this again now, 20 some odd years later, that teenage awkwardness still hits home.
Yeah, because
I thought that it was like his kind of the first time he's in love and trying to talk to a girl and stuff like that. Like,
I mean,
I remember those feelings. They suck.
Shit, I remember those. I can say I remember those feelings from like when me and my wife first started like really talking like that. Then you're just like stumbling on your words and shit. Like, oh fuck, blah, blah, blah. Oh shit.
I was gonna say, well, does that ever really go away? Because I mean, now we're more mature, we're more confident, right? We all kind of have a place, and we kind of know what we bring to the table. So it's not like, you know what I mean. So let's say, God forbid, things were to take a ride, you were to be single again, or for whatever reason, would you would it now be so much easier for you to approach that situation, or would it be still like, would you get transported back to those same feelings, and would that run how you approach?
I don't
know.
I don't think
honestly
it wouldn't
don't
be
know.
anywhere as bad.
Mm.
I would still have that a little bit. I don't know. It would depend how I feel about the person, of course.
Yeah.
You'd watch the sweat start dripping off me and my pits get wet, but I'd still be all charismatic and just like just spit in my game. You know what I mean? But you'd watch me start to sweat profusely. I guarantee it. I can't control that.
It wouldn't be as bad. I don't think that ever goes away if you're in that scenario. Trying to talk to.
I guess if you're in that scenario like that, then yeah, maybe. But again, I have no idea. I have no idea.
But I'm all like I'm also at a point where like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I also don't want to give a line
and then. Well, no, I said hypothetical. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you had to go approach somebody, do you think you would still?
It feels daunting just going the idea of having to go through that again.
Right? It's like, wait, damn,
so much fucking work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Especially since we got so much time invested in our situations.
And you're happy in your situation, dude. Most importantly, like, you're happy in your situation. Well, I'm hoping I am. I know you. I'm hoping you guys are. I'll speak for myself on that.
I'm right there with you.
All right, there we go. We got two of us.
You know.
3 out of 3.
There.
By the way, you know what was? There was one moment in this where that was actually seemed kind of dark. Where after Max does the whole school assembly dance thing, this power line, and the principal calls Goofy, and is like, he's gonna end up in the electric chair. I'm like, that's kind of fucking dark for this kind of movie.
That was mad far. I'm like, what the fuck? He played a little prank. That's a fucking 2-day in school suspension.
Yeah, they talked about him getting the electric chair like 2 or 3 times. Like, just quick reference. It seems kind of dark for a kids movie.
Well, you got to remember they're dogs, so they kind of just take them out back. You know what I mean? They kind of just send them to the old pasture in the sky.
Yeah, he has a point there.
Yeah, fair point. Don't break a leg.
Shit.
I'm like, wait, why did he even get in trouble for this shit? This shit was lit. Like,
no.
You kidding me? I'd be like, I hope you guys make me the fucking face of your school now at this point. Did you not see what I just did?
Since we're on this conversation, what artist, let's say the same exact scenario happens where you're on stage with the artist, you don't get in trouble. What artist would you love to get on stage with?
Provided I have, I don't know.
And you have the skills to dance like however that artist dances. So you're not up there just looking like a fool.
I mean,
if you're going to, or instrument, if you're going to play an instrument with that artist.
Foo Fighters come to the top of my list.
There you go.
I'm trying to think like stadium size.
Yeah. If it's dancing, Chris Brown or Michael Jackson. If it's musicianship, like playing something,
Prince.
Don't misstep to Chris Brown. He'll punch you in the face.
No, you got to be a girl who found something that he was doing wrong and then act like you gonna be taking over, telling him what's up. That's the only difference. That's so bad. I just heard myself.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
I do not condone that.
I don't either.
But no, in that dance it makes, I'll throw Usher in it.
Okay.
I'll throw Usher in it. And then as far as musician, I'd say Prince.
Prince is a good one.
I'd just be fine with that. I don't need a whole group or nothing, but just say Prince.
I'd probably want to be on stage with like a rock band or something. So either like Disturbed or like 5 Finger Death Punch or something that I can fucking go and fucking.
I was just about to ask you, and I need you to be honest, does your long hair have anything to do with that?
No. I started playing guitar when I had Pretty Boy shortcut fucking cowlick and shit. Okay. The hair's only 4 years old, 3 years old.
Well, I meant because you want to throw your hair around when you're on stage.
Nah, I just want to head bash and fucking let out some forceful energy and give some rhythm off. You know what I'm saying?
Play bass for Metallica.
There you go. Act like the monkey guy. I think that's his nickname, Monkey.
That was the guy. It's the guy from Korn.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I gotta look it up. I always called him Monkey when they replaced him, the Hispanic guy. When they replaced the old other guy to the Hispanic guy, the taller, thin guy.
Yeah. What was the I forgot his name.
I forget his name.
Jason Newsted.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I have no idea what the name of the guy that replaced him. That's been there for years now.
I'll figure it out. But yeah,
But-
I love this. I loved all of the singing scenes in this. I love
Yeah.
the comedic relief that's there. I love how they hit the awkwardness, like Chris said, with certain things. Like it's super relatable. It's super relatable.
I think
what I-
more than
you know what I
anything, it
wanna
holds up.
You know what I want to say? If you count, and I don't know if you count these as this before I say it. I don't animated movies because there's a lot of singing in them. I don't know if you count them as musicals or maybe semi-musicals. But if you count those as musicals, those are some fire ass musicals. I don't know if I don't think you count them as that because I think there's more movie than music. But there is a lot of music in those movies. But those are some fire ass musical or maybe semi-musicals if you want to call it that.
This is, I mean, all the Disney movies have music in them. I think this is one of my favorites. Though.
But what I'm getting at is like they have, for the most part, from memory and from like what we've been reviewing and from what I've watched recently, right, kind of semi recently, it was like just enough though. It wasn't like overly saturated with music, and the music kind of fit the scene, kind of fit the mood perfect. Of course, because it's animated and shit.
Yep.
And just going off of this one alone, I mean, you can say with both movies, but going off this one alone, like you really felt it. And going off both, which is how they connect with the music, you got the passion. Like when it was sad and it played certain music, you felt that emotion with both of these movies. When it was happy, when it was fun, when it was funny, when it played certain music, you felt those emotions. And the characters, again, yes, they were animated, but the characters, as far as the animation, and I'll say the actors and actresses, as far as the voices and shit, portrayed that so fucking well in both of these movies.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
So fucking well.
what was I gonna say? Oh, Roxanne's large father when he came to answer the door when Max got there. That was a fun scene.
Yeah.
Both, and then at the end when he goes there again and he's in the towel.
That was funny too.
That was a fun last. Yeah,
slam the door. Yeah, it was a fun movie. It was a really fun fucking movie. And again, like I was telling you, brings you back to my memories when
Possum Posse Jamboree.
Possum Posse Jamboree.
The Possum Posse Jamboree.
Possum Posse Jamboree. I remember part 2 because I believe Max goes to college. This is real quick, and I remember part 2 even being funny and not too bad.
I know I saw it. I don't remember anything about it. I have to watch it.
I didn't watch it as much as I watched this one. I watched it maybe, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you how many times. Of course, like once it came out, you watch this one, you watch that one right after, you watch them a couple times. Then if it was on cable, I watched it a handful of times back in the day. Just made me think of it.
Yeah, because I'm still getting these Powerline songs stuck in my head for a few days after watching this.
You might as well.
And like now, I kind of want to go see if they're on Spotify now.
I was just about to say you might as well go to Spotify because I'm thinking about doing the same thing and put them shits on your phone and just be jamming, driving down the street.
Is there a full version?
Music blaring.
There's got to be. There's got to be. There's an album. You know, there's a soundtrack, a score to it. Bro, this morning I woke up and I literally was like humming the melody from fucking like love it.
I don't know, man. If I had a kid, I'd be making them watch this at some point.
Well, the way you do that is ease them into it. Just kind of, you just have it playing when they're real little and kind of have it so they're used to. Hey, my dad used to watch this a lot, and then they get a little older. Why? Oh, cool. And the music, they get like the music, the cartoons, and the colors. Or you could just duct tape them to a chair, tell them to stay.
Yep.
Stay there. Just jokes, people. Before you try to report us, just jokes. You guys need to understand jokes. Oh man, but no, I really freaking like it. Just oh my god, it just brought back so many fucking memories. Like, oh my god, this was such a great freaking time watching these movies so many times. I remember being up like late in the summer nights, having some snacks, drinking some sodas and shit, and just watching these movies. This movie I'll say, and some other movies, but this one was Ratatouille was the first time I seen this time.
He'd switch back and forth between this and the Scramble channel.
No, that would be more so like with the Scramble channel, because that was regular TV. It'd be more so like Nick at Night and shit like that. Because Nick at Night used to go real late with like Bewitched, the Munsters, the Addams Family, and so on and so forth. I Love Lucy, oh, you know that shit. And that was a terrible impression. I apologize, but I had to try. I had to try at least once. Chris looks very disappointed. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, I was just reading something about the whole Metallica situation.
You don't have to try to make me feel better. It's okay. I get it. You could do a better Ricky Ricardo than I can. It's fine.
Lucy, I'm home.
See, there we go.
Explaining to do.
That
He's
one's more
cheating because he's
appropriate.
Spanish. I got him to do Ricky Ricardo, though, guys. You're welcome.
There you go.
Ba ba luba.
But you guys get what I'm getting at. It would be those.
Yep.
That'd be what I back and forth.
But I'm sticking with my 7, man. This held up. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Oh,
it pretty much as I expected after watching it, not seeing it in 20 plus years.
And that's a big
the songs were still fucking some of the best I've heard in Disney movies.
That's a big thing too. What you were just saying, how it held up, and have not like I can't remember the last time I've seen this freaking movie. Definitely childhood / teen, but I don't know when. It's one of those movies in my mind. The way I'm thinking about this movie is like the last time you played outside with your friends or whatever. You don't remember that either. That's how I feel about this movie, but I know I've seen it so many times.
And even the jokes they have in this movie, there isn't anything in there that's really dated or you kind of cringe at. Nothing real cringe.
No, because it was still kid friendly. I'm gonna blow this wheel up. It was still kid friendly, even with the adultisms in it, but it was still kid friendly to the point where it was over their head and it wasn't too vulgar. It wasn't too like weird or crazy or wild.
What the hell is going on?
I switched it so it's having sound for me. I forgot.
That's not loud at all.
Almost done, so no worries.
That's hilarious. That's pretty real.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll figure out the sound next time.
I like it.
Terrible
I like it. Terrible twos.
Damn, that
Wait,
was loud.
so are these sequels? Are these bad sequels?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, yay.
Speaking of which,
we haven't hit this yet, have we?
There's
I don't
these.
think so.
Nah,
There is some bad shit on here.
there is, and I'm so excited.
There's only
for it.
4 movies? I thought that we had more than that.
I think we're waiting for Puerto Rican Chris to put 2 on here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think.
I'm sorry.
no.
I know you're definitely waiting on the chick picks wheels. I'm still waiting on
There's
mine.
a couple wheels behind the scenes. I'll let you know after the show.
Mine are on there. Is Kindergarten Cop yours, Aaron, or James?
I know mine is I have How High 2 on there. I don't remember the rest.
Actually, I could give you one right now. Twins 2. Was there Twins 2?
Was there Twins 2? I
I'm
can't
not
tell
sure.
what that is.
Just send it when you get a chance. Just send it in the group chat with the
Oh
cover.
God, Speed 2.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you or James picked this one. Chris.
I have. No, I did. I have not watched any of these movies on here, but they've all been ranked as some of the worst sequels ever made.
Who was the dude with her in this movie? In that movie?
Not Keanu Reeves, because he read the script and said
Was
it
it
was
Guy
terrible.
Ritchie or something? Or no? I feel like it was somebody. Pierce? No. What the fuck was his name? Now I gotta figure that out.
They're on a boat. They can't stop.
I might have put Kindergarten.
But has
I think I put
nothing but
Kindergarten
the
Cop
open
2
ocean
and
in
How
front of
High
it.
2 on there. So then we need picks from James and Chris.
I had picked Speed and Basic Instinct.
No, not Puerto Rican Chris and How High 2. Oh shit, this is mine. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking bad. This is gonna be so fucking bad, guys.
Listen, I don't want to miss these, but I'm also not going to be here next week.
You know what? We could. Oh fuck! I'm not gonna be here the week after.
What was the movie I said?
Something Part 2.
Obviously.
I don't remember, but I don't know.
Twins 2.
Twins.
They did. There's not a sequel, is there? No, there's not a sequel because
they were talking about doing it recently.
They were talking about doing a triplets with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. I gotta think about this. Bro, honestly, like I've always said, I've hated the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 fucking thing, but that's just my understanding. That's not everybody else's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Terrible twos.
Worst sequels we can find. Don't even have to watch the original.
No, that's the whole point. Don't watch the original, so it's even worse context for you if you've never seen the original. You're like, what the fuck is going on with these?
No, I don't think I've ever seen Basic Instinct, but I put Basic Instinct 2 on there. So
I don't know if I've ever seen Basic Instinct or not. I may or may not have. I know I've seen the original How High quite a few times, but
I've seen
Part 2 on there.
I think we watched. I feel like we watched that for this or something.
How High 2? No, we talked.
No, the first How High.
Maybe, possibly.
That one was Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg, right?
Say that again.
That first How High
Yeah.
was Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg.
Method Man and Redman.
That's right,
No,
Method Man,
Red-
Redman. I'm thinking
Redman.
of the other one.
You're thinking of
Jay and
it
Mac
was like
go
high
to
school, some shit. or
go to high school. Jay and Mac graduate high school or go to high school or some
something
shit.
like that. Yeah.
Speed, the first Speed.
Oh,
movie,
the
one
Son of the Mask.
Oh God, no.
Please put that on.
Just send the cover on in the Facebook group.
Fucking Jamie
Popcorn and Pints
Kennedy,
Facebook
right?
group.
Jamie
Yep.
Kennedy.
Yep.
I just recently watched that movie like a year and a half ago, and it was terrible.
Okay.
No, fuck it. Throw it on there.
That could also double as a hate wheel for me.
I mean, that's what Terrible 2 basically is. Or I feel like that's the best way of doing. Which, yeah, I'm saying this out loud, people. Go ahead and borrow it. But that's a good way to build a hate wheel instead of making it like a hate wheel. Just think of something like, okay, let's like we did Terrible 2s, and I can think of something else with kind of a fun theme, but like worst movies in the 80s.
That's right. It has to be the second one, right? It can't be any other one after
Nope.
the two.
It has to be part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, that Son of the fucking Mask one definitely.
Part 2 movies that are so bad they couldn't continue a franchise.
Or if they made a part 3 and that shit flopped even worse. Like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, why did you even do that? Now you owe everybody money that watched this shit.
See, if we could have gone past number 2, I would have said something like Jason X.
See, now he's just being disrespectful.
I'm kidding.
All right. Ratatouille?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
And let's see. You know what? Rice and beans. You can go first for this one.
I'm gonna end up giving this one a 7.5.
Okay.
Oh, better than a goofy. I'm gonna go 6.
I'm gonna go 7. Solid 7.
I might bump it up to a 7. I'm not sure.
Thinking about it.
Yep. So this one was 2007 Pixar movie, which I forgot it was a Pixar movie. The animation still looks like it could have been done today.
You said 7.5, Chris, PR?
Yes.
All right, just being sure.
PR.
All right. I'll see it. No, this movie was good. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. It was my first time watching it, and I'm just like, oh,
Really?
shit.
I don't know why that surprises me.
Probably because when did it come out? Like 08?
2007.
2007? How old was I in 2000? I was in my I was like 18, 19-ish, I think. Around that age. I wasn't watching Disney like that then. Not that I didn't enjoy the movies. I would watch them if they were on, but I wasn't like looking out. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't looking for them then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why I missed it until the other day.
Sturdy and I were talking about that just briefly, and I was saying I think I was still working for Hollywood Video at this time. I was going to college and coming back, but I was still working for them. And I think this was like one of the last movies that I got to watch as an employee for them.
I like Patton Oswalt. I don't know. Especially his voiceover work. I don't know what it is. His voice is just kind of a solid voiceover type voice.
I'm not arguing that.
Oh man, I wish I wouldn't have gone down this rabbit hole now.
Are you the Metallica rabbit hole?
No, the horrible movies. I'm on the Metallica one still, and that's in my head, and I want to talk about that after this if you got a second. But yeah.
But like I was saying, the animation for this still looked like something that could have been done today. And it's been
hell yeah. Almost 20 years. Just say
almost,
that.
Yeah, almost. I didn't want to.
I
didn't want to.
You don't got to pull out the calculator. You don't even got to just throw out wrong math.
My head
damn near.
My head
20
started
years,
hurting
people.
when I wanted to calculate.
We're at that age. We're gonna say damn near 20 years. You know, you young folk can go ahead and do all that bullshit, but not damn near 20 years.
It's like 16, 17 years, but
yeah, we got other things to worry about.
I like his answer better. PR's answer.
16, 17 years.
Yeah, that doesn't sound as bad.
Damn near. It's still the same damn thing. Damn near 20 years. It's 16,
Shut
17.
your mouth.
People,
all right?
it's like people forget what rounding up is at this point, or
Yeah.
they want to like semantics are great when it's convenient for them. You know what I mean? But not when you're using it for yourself.
What we mean by this, what I'm using this by years, saying damn near 20 years, I do not mean that by age. I do not mean that at all. I just mean that as far as with us talking the years, combining the years together. So we don't sound, just makes it easier for us. It makes it easier.
Welcome to the math podcast.
Yep.
I was
2 + 2
pretty
is
much
4.
about that age. Like, yeah, I graduated high school in 04. I graduated college in 06. So, yeah, just about that time, but just about 20, 21.
There you go. There you go.
The fact that they have the woman using the shotgun to shoot at rats
That was
in her
fucking
house.
hilarious.
Oh, that seems excessive.
That didn't like rats at all. She don't like
Oh.
rats at all. Oui.
Speaking of adult humor mixed into these movies, what really caught me off guard, there's one scene in this that I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe that's in there. Remy, the mouse, Patton Oswalt's character, he's like running through the ceiling and he's looking down and like, I don't know if they're apartments or something. He's, different living situations going on. Husband and wife. The wife has a gun to the guy's head. I forgot what she said. Or no, the guy's like, do it. I dare you to do it, or you won't do it, or something like that. She's crying. Then all of a sudden they start making it, they embrace each other and kiss. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, my jaw dropped a little bit. I'm like, holy shit.
Wild ass shit.
Just a normal relationship.
For some people, it really is. That's a sad part.
I'm like, I can't believe that was in there.
Yeah, man, she shot at me, but she loves me. I'm gonna ask her to marry me. Wait, what? You coming to the wedding? Hell, motherfucking no. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna stop hanging out with you now. Peace. Shit. Dangerous.
Get me caught up in some fucking extramarital bullshit. She tried to kill me too.
Or some weird foreplay you guys are into. I don't need to be around for any of that shit.
I think for me, actually, one of the most impressive scenes in the movie is after they hire, I don't even remember what they were calling Linguini, and he throws some random shit in the soup, and Remy is freaking out. It's like somebody's gotta get him away from that or tell him. Like there's this whole, it's almost like a 5-minute scene of just him trying to get to the soup and all this shit in his way, and he's avoiding stuff. I'm like, I'm watching this. I'm like, the animation here is just, I don't know. That was one of the most impressive scenes. I mean, just nonstop. This mouse trying to get through the kitchen. He's on cart, jumping from carts, trying to get to the soup.
And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is why Hollywood needs to pay its motherfucking creators. Because of dope shit like this.
Like, and it was all entertaining. I'm like, I know he's gonna get there. I've seen this before, but I'm like,
I mean, but even so, like it was my
all
first
the
time,
nuance in this whole
my first
scenario.
Time seeing it, but I knew he was gonna get there. I do enjoy how Disney/Pixar does continue to give the main character a hard time throughout the story. So it's not just, run right through and everything goes perfect. Like shit happens, triumph, and all this shit happens, learn lessons, which I guess, again, looking at it as an adult, it's like, okay, I can see how it's educational for children and all this other stuff because it's kind of showing them how life doesn't go your way. It's showing them certain lessons you got to learn with certain things. Of course, there's more adult things in there, but there's also some little gems you can throw in at the kids. And that's dope. And for them to make a good story out of it. Like, Ratatouille is a really good story. And like, holy shit.
Like, to me, this is a little bit of a, let's call it a guardian angel type story.
Guardian angel, okay.
Yeah, where you got that other entity or that other
I could definitely
thing,
see that.
you know what I mean, that's helping guide you on your journey.
Wasn't his father technically the owner of the one that started, like, he didn't know that was his dad, but he was the one who was
Gustav.
Originally Gustav created the shot, or
Yeah.
was the original chef. Sorry, was the original chef, head chef, and all that stuff. And then, rat, like you're saying with that could have been the rat. In a sense.
So I was gonna say, do you think this is somebody who's trying to teach him? You know what I mean? Because did his father end up dying or something like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
do you think that was the reincarnate of his father that's trying to teach him the cooking lesson?
possibly, because at the same time, remember he was seeing his father as well. I forgot what was the rat's name. Roger.
The
Ratatouille?
rat is Remy.
Remy. Sorry, Remy. When Remy was seeing the
Gustav.
chef Gustav, and Gustav brought him to. Remember, he ended up at Gustav's shop, bringing him to the shop and all the other shit. Or, sorry, to his restaurant. I keep saying shop. Damn, to his restaurant, and yeah. So I feel, and Remy was seeing Gustav, but Remy knew how to cook. Remy was a rat, and it's like, where is he getting his inspiration from? And I was like, I don't. Gustav. I feel like Gustav was, yes. They're one. They are one in a sense. They're one in a sense, and or hear me out. Gustav is Remy's Jiminy Cricket. Remy is the other boy. Is the boy's Jiminy Cricket. I forgot his son. Linguini. Luigi.
Linguini.
Linguini. Sorry, Linguini's Jiminy. You know what I mean?
Did you
So it's like a
watch the
double
movie
Jiminy
at all?
Yeah, I just forget the damn names. That's all. I just forget the damn names. I only had red curly hair and shit. It's a good
Yeah.
movie.
I feel like Disney always does all these weird fucking like now at this age that I get to watch these movies. I always feel like there's underlying like
Tones and shit.
mystical tones and all these other things like with that theme right there. Like I kind of think that Remy is Gustav kind of coming
Reincarnated?
through reincarnated because the other dude feels like his dad always put him down and treated him like he was something that was discardable, like a rat. So he came back as a rat that usually people would try to kill and fucking just
Yeah.
scat off.
Please.
But then he realizes, hey, there's something different about this. You know what I mean? And the guy is
That
like,
makes sense. That could
you
work
know
too.
what I mean? That's kind of what I always saw and thought about this movie.
I had never thought about that. Yeah.
Puts a deeper meaning into the movie. But I do enjoy that. Again, watching this as a grown man. This is my first time watching it, but so I'll say I guess it pertains more to a Goofy movie and other movies I've watched as an adult. That I've seen from adulthood to Disney or to adulthood or childhood to adulthood. Sorry. And it's cool to see again the mixture and the connection where it's like, oh shit, I see why I love this as a child. Now I see why I love this as an adult still, because I still get that nostalgic feeling. But then I see the adult humor and the adult lessons and gems that you were supposed to get, but you weren't going to get as a kid. And you're like, holy shit, this is deep. Wow, these are some great fucking excellent stories. These are probably some of, I mean, they might not be your favorite overall, but they may be some of the best movies out overall. Honestly, like all joking aside. And I'm just saying, if you just think of your favorite Disney movies, you think of your favorite, let's say your top 5 Disney movies, whatever they are, you don't have to say it out loud, but you think of your top 5 Disney movies and then you break down like how the stories and shit go, yeah, fucking hard to beat. Even if they're not your favorite movies of all time, just your favorite Disney movies. And as far as breaking down the stories, I know it sounds a little different, whatever, but you guys know what I'm saying.
The Disney and Pixar movies and everything, some of them get pretty dark, man.
They do.
Like, there's some heavy shit in these movies.
They do. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it even more so as an adult, because I think as a kid you see it as good guy versus bad guy, good guy wins eventually, or maybe in part 2 good guy wins type of deal. Sometimes you see the bad guys win, but as an adult you're just like, holy shit, that's like a whole, it's like it's more of like a mental darkness, like a depression, than like they were saying with Simba when he went with Pumbaa and all them for that time being until he went back home.
Well, you're making me think, and it's an interesting
hero's journey. That's the story behind almost everything with that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Watching these as a kid, you're getting straight. You're too young to understand depth on these kinds of things. Yeah, it's like there's good and bad. It's like, yeah, you get the point. There's good and bad. It's like scratching the surface watching these movies as a kid. You watch them as you're older, and after you understand, subtext, deeper meanings and shit, you're like, God damn, some of these are dark.
And yeah, exactly. And I think that's why we enjoy them as adults, because again, this is why Disney is so great. This is why Disney is so fucking good. Is because again, with the movies that we've mentioned, Lion King, a Goofy movie, you can even say Ratatouille, it has the stuff in there to keep a child connected. Of course, the animation, the cartooniness, whatever it is, the funniness, using the rat as a character, as like a main character talking and all that they can understand, even though the people can't understand in the movie, stuff like that just grabs their attention. And then from what we said, from what we got from the rat and all that stuff after we seen the movie, what we get from this and what we pull from this, and then what you also see, and you're just like, holy shit, it's awesome how it can really grab a whole fucking family to watch these movies, and not only watch this, but then watch others. Like go in the theaters and watch the others and others and others, not just because you have children, but it's also like, no, these shits are good. This isn't gonna be one where I just send mom or just send dad. Like, no, motherfucker, I want to go too. Shit, let's all go. Fuck this. I want to go see these movies because they're really good. They have like a great story. The kids shut up for 2 hours. They just eat their snacks and shut up and watch the movie. They laugh, and we're just cool kicking up, boom, watching it. So yeah, they got to keep knocking them out, man. These are great. These are great. Both of these.
I like
They won't stop.
the scene where Remy's controlling Linguini after he's hung over.
Yep.
And
that was
passed out.
hilarious. Just looks over at her.
He gets the sunglasses on him when he's talking to the girl.
Oh man.
And he just looks at her.
Yep.
That was good. The scene where she's introducing everyone in the kitchen and she mentions the chef that changes his story about how he got arrested every time. Like that scene that cracked me up.
Yeah. No, this was really good. Like I said earlier, it really surprised me. It was better than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be, oh, this is gonna be kind of, excuse me, because I didn't know what year it came out. And you guys said it came out like 07, 08. I thought it came out more recently. Again, I've heard of the movie, I've just never watched it till recently, till the other day. And I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be one of those kind of cheesy, real kiddie, kind of boring. And I watched it. I'm like, holy, this is good. Not only does it look good, but this is a good freaking movie.
For the majority of things
Mm-hmm.
that Pixar,
Mm-hmm.
Disney have done, you can rewatch these years later and nothing really feels dated.
You're right.
In the writing or the animation. Like
Right.
if you just said we told you it was 2007. Had you not known that, it looks like something that could have been made today.
Well, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I thought it was more recent. This doesn't look bad at fucking all.
No,
and for the type of animation it is, I'll even say a Goofy movie, even though they don't really go towards that type of cartoony look. That doesn't look bad at all to me either. Like I would actually be happy as shit if they went to that look. Say if they made another Goofy movie, remake, reboot, whatever the case may be. If they use that same cartoony shit, I'll be happy as shit.
Yeah, and also there's no jokes or storylines or anything in this that makes it feel, almost 20 years old or anything like that either.
That's true.
I will say my other favorite joke in this movie or scene is after all the rats come in to try to cook for Remy, and the health inspector opens the door and sees them all, and then he sends the rats to go get them, and they bring them back tied up and throw them in the cooler.
Yep.
Like that cracked me up, especially when they did it to this tiny main chef who got fired. And then at the end, they're like, well, we had to let him go.
Oh, when they got shut down and opened up a whole new restaurant,
and just opened a new restaurant instead,
which was it was awesome. It was a nice story. It was a fun story. It's a cute story. It was a good story, and it just honestly, some of it made me hungry. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I was like, that just looks good. Nothing in cartoons to me, which I would love to hear you guys' opinion, looks as good as cartoon pizza. Like that cheese pull is just like fucking. Yeah. No matter what they have on, they have cheese, pepperoni, but that cheese pull.
There's no cheese that pulls like cartoon pizza cheese.
Nah, not at all. You always want it. Like you're taking a bite of something, it's like, oh yes. I know I'm not a big cheese guy, but that cheese pull is a cool thing.
Was it JT Maxey's on Wolf Road? You gotta get their mozzarella sticks. They're about yay big, give or take, about 4 or 5 inches long, maybe 6 inches, and they're about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. The crust of the breading on it is so thick and tasteful, and then when you bite into them and they're fresh, bro, you get fucking at least a 6 to 12 inch fucking cheese pull. I am telling you, every goddamn time.
I do like mozzarella sticks.
So good. I'm telling you, the best. I could go there just for those.
Not a sponsor, but definitely can be.
Would love for them to be a sponsor.
Hell yeah.
We love mozzarella sticks here.
We got to pull up one day with the laptops and a couple microphones and be like, all right, guys, so here's what we want to do. We want to do our podcast here.
Let's do it.
I'm bumping this up to a 7, by the way.
7.
Yeah.
You did say you may do that. You did say
Yeah, I
may do that.
underrated it at first.
But just, I mean, I get it. I get it.
I want to like, because Disney's real good at Easter eggs, and Disney's real good at looping things or putting little things in the background, and that's not just from the time of like Marvel on type shit. That's
No, that's
always been a
No,
little.
they've always
That's
done that.
always been
Yeah.
their bread and butter. Which I moved this one up to a 7.5 real quick, guys.
But fucking bro, like I gotta go back and look because now I'm thinking about shit. I'm like, does Up and In and Out have anything to do with each other? Does Encanto have anything to do with all of that? Does this have anything to do with all of that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's possible. It is possible. But shit, man. I can't wait to hit the Disney wheel again. I know we got Terrible 2s next, which we'll talk behind the scenes to kind of see what we all have to do over these next couple of weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get these episodes out. We'll get this episode out for you guys or scheduled for you guys. But we may yeah. We're yeah, well, we're gonna talk behind the scenes about some stuff. But shit. Check us out, Popcorn and Pints. Everywhere, people. Check out Popcorn and Pints. Hit up that YouTube. We need to get some love over on YouTube. Hit up Worst Damn Gamer. His links are in the description. Hit up his LINKTREE. Hit up Stories from a Bar LINKTREE. Hit up Horror with Search 30. All that good stuff. Hit up One Up Gaming. We got to get some more people out there. It's next month, October 21st, I believe.
It's got to happen. I'm going to have
One Upstate Gaming. Upstate New York with the gaming.
Actually going to record a podcast with the Italian stallion, Anthony himself.
There you go.
And he's going to be dressed as Rocky Balboa.
It's true. We're not recording if he's not.
And Chris is going to dress up as Adrian. It's going to be beautiful.
I thought he was going to be Apollo Creed.
No, it's going to be me.
Or Clover Lang.
They don't want to do the.
I can't. I can't. I got to draw the line somewhere. Blackface seems like the appropriate place.
You can be Clover Lang.
You could be Dolph Lundgren then. You could be the Russian.
I'll do Dolph Lundgren. Yeah.
You could be the bear.
Just buzz cut, blonde, dye it blonde. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Dolph Lundgren if he never bothered to work out. Sure.
There you go. But people, thank you guys for popping by. We're out of here.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace.